everybody, to This Is Difficult. It sure ain't easy being up here, talking about video games and fun things like that. I didn't rehearse this one, okay? But
He never does.
He never does.
Never
Yeah.
rehearsed the intro.
In fact, it's almost like a ritual to like start it off really strong and then cut myself off halfway and then be like, So that's kind of my thing too. But welcome to This Is Difficult, the podcast where we talk about video games and video game related things. And we sure did play a lot this week, I may say.
You do really good with that part.
That part's
you
really
know,
good, yeah.
you always do that part really good. But like right, like the initial, like getting into the intro, your intro for your intro.
I'm just like juggling words of like, this one, yeah. But let's pass the ball on to Paul. I like that one too.
That's good. I like it. It rhymes.
You're
a poet and you didn't even know you were one.
Didn't even know that.
Exactly.
Ralphio over here.
Yeah. How have you guys been this week?
Not bad, yeah. Lots of gaming. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't do a ton of gaming, but I had some good quality gaming this week.
Yeah, lots of quality.
I'm stoked about that. Mother's Day, shout out to all the mommies out
shout
there.
Out moms. Yo, mom,
Love
if you're here.
I'm very full. I had like some really good barbecue and then
lucky.
So like a taco bar at my mother-in-law's. So,
that's awesome. Taco bar. You got to see both moms.
Good.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm stoked.
Nice.
So.
My wife took our mothers to lunch yesterday, so I went over to my sister's and we hung out over there for a while. And I got meat. I got to eat meat.
Yes, meat.
So
and everybody on Adam's Discord made fun of me. They were telling me it was fake.
Was it brisket?
No, it was just grilled steak.
That's a good brisket today.
It's very good.
I don't know why, but I like just feel like brisket is a Mother's Day like food.
That's a good Mother's Day food. I don't know.
Yeah.
Adam incredible. And Ness did a brisket yesterday, I think. Yeah. That's a good Mother's Day.
Ness was taunting us with it all day.
Brisket's kind of just a good like any occasion food,
in fact,
like any special
right
occasion. Yeah.
Damn,
can I have brisket? Like that'd be
Can I get some brisket?
Let me call my aunt in Texas.
Brisket?
I had brisket today. Yeah, that was good. So what games you guys play this week?
I'll go first because mine are directly tied to the main topic, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them right now.
I guess I'll go last because I got the review. Yeah,
that seems good.
Yeah, perfect.
So I kept playing 30XX a little bit, just kind of chilling while we were doing other things. Just keeps my mind occupied and my hands busy. Same with Cyber Shadow. While Paul was streaming whatever he was streaming, I was playing Cyber Shadow most of the week.
I wasn't even watching whatever that dumbass.
No,
I didn't even know.
I'll be honest. I really wasn't paying that much attention to Paul. I was just like occasionally in the chat when Paul would yell at me. I'd be like, "What did you say? I missed it." But no, I finally made some progress and then promptly got stuck again. But I know what I need to do. I just need to find the time to do it. And I finished up the side quests in Batman Arkham City and got most of the way through Harley Quinn's Revenge, which I have not played before. And oh my God, that DLC is so good. It's so good. I mean, you get to play as Tim Drake. That's a really good start right there. But it's really, really well done. You actually feel like Harley is legitimately grieving for the Joker.
That's
but
awesome.
also,
that's cool. I like
in her stereotypically crazy way.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
there's some great, really well designed stalker missions, really intense brawls. It's really good endgame content.
That's awesome.
And then because Josh told me to, I went. I happened to be. Yeah, I happened to be in Walmart today. I picked up new Pokemon Snap, and oh my God, Josh will talk more about that.
I'll talk more about that. But oh my God is a great way to start that.
It's so good.
It's so
Paul,
good.
what about you?
I just played whatever.
Yeah, no one even knows. Paul doesn't even know what he was playing. He's like, I don't know.
How rude. I finished Narita Boy this week.
Yeah,
on stream. That game's
review, right?
Fucking awesome. I will do a review of that. Yes. I do have some minor complaints.
I think I have the same complaints.
You probably do have the same complaints. But
the positives are crazy on that game, though. Holy shit.
Yes, it's incredible. Let me just say, first off, like two things that it does the best would be pixel art. I don't think I've ever seen better pixel art in a game. It's fantastic.
I mean, in that style, like that's That's a
Very
lot.
stylized.
That's a lot.
I can't
where you're
say
like,
yeah. So like if you're looking at just like the main character looks like trash.
Yeah.
But like the environments and
The
the
environment
enemies
is
and the
really,
animations
really
and
nuts,
everything,
yeah.
like
the cutscenes that
Yeah,
are like the
yeah.
cutscenes are like fully pixelized, and I'm like,
Right.
is this like still pixel art? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Absolutely
It's-
crazy.
I would say from what I was watching you play, Paul, I think it's the best environmental pixel art, but maybe not the best character pixel art.
What's the best
yeah.
character to play?
So I don't think that
It's got to be something done by the guy who did Scott Pilgrim and
Probably, yeah. That's pretty damn good.
Mercenary Kings. I really like
Pretty
that art.
good.
That
It's
stuff's
just
very
so
good.
detailed.
The other thing that I think it does the best, and maybe for an indie game, let me qualify this because there's some amazing background music in a lot of other games, but this shit is incredible. Like it is absolutely incredible background music. Like it's as though Daft Punk did the music for it. And
let's not forget how stylized the game is too. It's not just like plain pixel art. Like you're seeing very stylized animation.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in this world that they fucking made up, like on the fly. I'm like,
it's so
It is
well, and
so
that
deep
even
immersive.
ties into the story of it too.
Yeah,
The story's incredible. Like, oh man. Anyway, so blown away by that game. Then I also started this game this week. I didn't get to play a lot of it, but I started Returnal on the PS5. You can't really, my green screen's messing it up. Returnal. There we go. That's probably the best we're gonna get. This game's awesome.
Yeah. That's a good one
it
too.
is if you took like Alien and Metroid
Sold.
and
know, right?
Hades.
Oh.
Yeah.
And maybe
Now
a
we're
couple other
cooking.
things, maybe like a Castlevania or Metroidvania kind of thing, and smushed it into one game.
Oh yeah.
And this is really
That's
interesting
it.
because
It's
just a couple of weeks ago we were talking about Outriders taking too many games and stuffing them together. Returnal really looks like it's actually knocked it out of the park.
yeah, they've done a really good job of smashing games together,
Yeah.
of making
Fucking
games.
Shamali points
Back,
out.
Colin.
Too bad no one can play it because only Paul and Candace are the only people in the world who have PS5s.
It is, yes, it
Oh
is
yeah.
a
There are
PS5
only
game.
two owned
So
PS5s. The rest are just being sold constantly.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just being resold by a-holes.
Oh,
Yeah, but if you do have a PS5,
Awesome.
if you can get your hands on PS5, go get one. Or go get Returnal rather. It is incredible.
I mean, so I was telling Adam yesterday on our painting stream
Mhm.
that between Returnal and Spider-Man Miles Morales,
Mhm.
that's 2 ticks to the Zach may need to switch sides and get a PlayStation category.
2 ticks, only $800.
Well, right. No, yeah.
Like $850.
But I figure
heard-
if
I
there's
heard
another like
mixed
one or
things
two
about Spider-Man Miles Morales. I don't know that. I think if
I
it
heard
was
it's
a
phenomenal.
well, here's
Yeah, I
the
heard it's
thing.
great.
If it was a full-length game, I think
No,
it
it's
would be a
not.
console seller.
It's
But
yeah,
it's kind of
basically-
not a full-length game. And they don't
Basically
sell it at
expansion.
full-length price. To be fair, it's only like $30, I think. So, but still, like, I don't think it's a console seller in and of itself because it's
Right.
not like a full, like, AAA length game.
Yeah, and that's
Very
that's
interesting.
why I'm saying like if there are 2 maybe 3 more games that come out that are just absolutely amazing on PS5
Yeah.
and they're exclusive, I don't need an Xbox anymore. I've got a
Yeah.
good PC. It needs an
Seriously.
upgrade, but like that's fine. I can do that. It might just be time to switch sides.
We need some new shit. Like we're gonna see God of War and Final Fantasy, whatever, and all that. But like, we need more Ghost of Tsushima stuff. Like something that
Right.
really juices it up. Because I don't know if God of War type stuff is enough to like really sell it. Like,
Oh,
you're
it is
saying.
for
Like, we
me.
need-
And I know you
Okay,
didn't
well.
like. I know you didn't like the last God
I
of
didn't
War.
hate it,
But to
I
me,
didn't
it was
love it.
the best
Yeah.
God of War,
I
and
know.
I'm so incredibly excited about the next one. Anyway, the other video game related thing that I did this week was I modded my original Game Boy Advance. Like I bought this Game Boy Advance when I was in Japan
Orange. That's a good
when I
one.
was 15.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you couldn't get this color in the US.
I remember
They never
that,
sold this
yeah.
in the US. So I bought this, and this is my favorite color. Bought it in Japan when I was 15. It's been through the ringer. Like the battery door on it was broken, so that's one thing is I replaced the battery door. I was holding it together with duct tape. I had to clean a whole lot of like duct tape goo off there. There's still some on there.
That's how my Game Boy Advance currently is.
Right.
Yeah, my
completely
my
duct
Game Boy
taped
Pocket
up.
doesn't have a battery.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So yeah,
Seems
no,
like a
I
common
have
thing,
the
yeah.
old one around here. Hold on, right here. Yeah, so here's the old battery door. You can see the duct tape that was holding it on because this part up here broke.
Yeah.
So, but so I obviously replaced that. I cleaned all the contacts and everything, cleaned it up a bit. I still plan on replacing the lens. I haven't replaced the lens. But the main thing that I did was I replaced the screen with a backlit screen. So check this out.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
That's
like
so
having
cool.
a backlit Game Boy Advance. Here, let me pull up a game just so
It's
that you guys
godly.
can see it.
I don't know if you guys remember when it got dark on the car ride, you couldn't even fucking play Game Boy anymore.
Right,
Like,
right.
literally, you're like, oh, Game Boy's as good as the light is. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And
I
you
pulled
spend
up,
like as the sun's going down, you're like craning
I
your
pulled
head.
up
Like,
Zelda,
Yeah, you're
and
like,
I just realized I've got my green screen on, so you
yeah,
can
Minish
barely
Cap,
see
dude.
it. Yeah, Minish Cap. But anyway,
God, so funny.
it looks great. And like it just like breathed new life into my original Game Boy Advance. So I've been just playing this a lot lately. Just playing a whole bunch of different games on there.
That's awesome.
Mostly
dude.
actually like Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, and
That's a good one.
Mega Man 02, which I forgot how insanely hard Mega Man 02 is.
best Mega Man Zero game, and
It
oh my
is the
god,
best
yes,
one, but
it's
like
incredibly
it's so hard,
hard.
especially at the beginning. Like once you get like your upgrades and stuff, not that bad.
Right.
But the
And
very
boss
beginning
is
is
anywhere near as
just
difficult as the first one.
fucking incredibly hard. Like you're so underpowered. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Insane.
But super
But
fun
it's
game.
so much fun. Oh my god.
When do you
it's
stream
so
that? Can you? Is possible?
Yeah, I could stream it. I would have
Pretty
to
sick.
emulate it, but I own the game. Actually, no, I could stream it. No, I'm an idiot. I could stream off of the. I've got the Mega Man Zero collection on the Switch.
Yeah.
So I could stream it from
I
the
was
Switch.
gonna say.
Yeah, and I have before.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So, anyhow,
I mean, so
another
here
cool
you
thing
go.
about the mod that I put in there is it's
How would you like to play
adjustable
it?
with a. Yeah, right.
Which
Exactly.
version do you need?
Yeah. Got them all.
That's amazing. how I
The
am
mod that I
properly
put in
done.
there, you can
Yeah.
adjust the brightness too with a touch sensor that's built into it.
Oh, that's really
Um,
nuts.
Yeah,
God,
that was
man.
actually the one thing that I had a problem with because the way it's positioned, like you have to like flap it in between like this little spot inside the shell of your Game Boy, and it was making like false touches. And so when I first turned it on, it's just like cycling through all the brightnesses. I'm like, fuck, how do I fix this? So I eventually just took a little bit of Kapton tape and put it behind the sensor so that it's not
Oh, there you
getting
go.
the additional touches.
Yeah.
So it's good now. But
That's awesome.
But yeah, anyway,
Fantastic,
so
man.
I've just like that's been my
It's
week
life.
in gaming. I did not play. I was gonna start Genji 2, but my PS3 emulator busted on me. I don't know what's going on with it, so I ended up playing a little bit more Ghost of Tsushima for Samurai Saturday yesterday. It's still awesome, but
When are you getting Pokemon Snap?
I don't know. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm
No.
really excited
you're-
to hear your review
Okay.
because I am super not sold. And here's my reasoning for not
I
being
wasn't
sold
until I
on
was even when I was paying for it, I was like, I'm not sold.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I liked the original Pokemon Snap,
Then you're gonna fucking nut.
but no. I literally, it's only a game. It's a game that I only ever played literally one time, and I was done with it forever. And that's when
Okay.
that's when I was a huge Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
Now I still enjoy Pokemon, but not nearly as much as I did
Yeah.
when I was a kid when that game came
Yeah.
out. And the
Fucking
fact that I
4
only
hours
played that
and shit.
game literally one time and then never touched it ever again, like I don't know. And I've got zero desire to play the original. Like absolutely, like not in the bottom like of my soul could I find an ounce of desire to play the original
That's
Pokemon
fair.
Snap. So like I just like as cool as it looks, I have a hard time justifying the buy. So,
I will say the original is like basically obsolete now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's
Far
like
and away.
completely a beta prototype of this shit.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
not even
Yeah.
close.
okay.
The entire
I'm
game is like
not
one
very
level.
far into it, and I can decidedly tell you
Oh yeah.
it's they've fixed everything. Like all the stuff that was just like you can't advance until you do this one weird corner case thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it tells you.
So
how to
I tell
do
you
it at this
what,
point.
why don't you tell us what
Sort of.
games that you played this week, and then we can get into your review, and I'll decide whether or not I'm going to buy it.
Yes.
All right,
I
Josh,
think
we're
my
gonna
review
sell
should
Paul
help.
on this.
I'm really gonna sell it now.
Okay.
It was a 0. No, I'm just
It
kidding.
was a 0. Wait, time out. Did you play
Other
any
games.
other games this week?
Yes, I did actually.
Let's start
I've
with
really been
that,
getting
and then we'll
back
jump
into
into
gaming. Lord Yeshua streams
Yeah, yeah.
again. It's awesome being back. I'm really digging it. Going full stride. Lots of co-op with Colin. First thing I played this week was Narita Boy. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I didn't keep going with it was because I got Pokemon Snap the very next day. I really love Narita Boy. I am definitely gonna finish this game. I definitely got stuck on stream in that one part because of visuals. So I was like,
That's one of my complaints.
It was like literally like this door was like the frame was here and the ground was here. And if you land on the frame, you can go in the door. And if you land on the ground, you can't go in the door.
Yeah.
And I was apparently only on the ground. So I literally ran around the entire world 3, 4, 5 times. Paul was
I was
watching,
watching
I'm like,
them on stream. I'm like, I swear it's around here somewhere.
I
You got to
thought-
do the
yeah.
thing. And
I was like, this looks
actually,
like a door.
you know what's funny is I had the exact same problem, and I accidentally found the
I saw
solution
you
to it.
accidentally
And-
find it. I was
right?
like, what
Yeah,
the
I sent him a clip because I went back. I was like, man, why were we stuck there?
Yeah.
And like, what did I do? So I went back to find exactly what I did, and literally my reaction was like, oh my god.
I can't believe it.
I've
Yeah.
been here a million times. I can't believe that happened.
I like screamed out loud when I saw that. I was like, are you fucking
My
kidding
wife has
me?
a new kitten.
Oh my god! I like you say my wife and not we have a new kitten.
Our family has added a new kitten to the roster.
We
And
have
here's Ollie
kitten.
trying to have some attention too.
You got an Ollie, a cameo.
Yeah.
Oh,
He does want the kitten. That's...
oh, he's
man.
gonna eat it.
We're not gonna let
Little
that happen.
Ollie. She's not gonna let that happen.
Oh, he's being nice. Yeah, he's just interested. Yeah, that's how he was
But
with Billy and Holden.
where was
Sorry
I?
to interrupt you with the kitten.
Next thing I played was a game I never thought I was going to play again because it sucked. This sucked by myself. Like, I hate playing this game by myself so bad, but I love the first one. Banjo Tooie. Me and Colin, we decided let's play a little bit of it after Banjo Kazooie, which we were streaming last week. Love Banjo Kazooie, amazing. We played Tooie co-op, and it's actually so much more fucking fun. But I will say it's probably only so much more fun because it's A, co-op, B, because like time is cut in half. We've already spent 14 hours on this game and literally not even halfway through yet. Like maybe halfway through right now, but like by myself, I'd be at 28 hours with the same amount of jiggies. And I'm like, I can't do this game by myself. Phenomenal co-op. Of course, this is not a selling point because you cannot buy this game. You cannot ever get it unless you literally talk to me or Colin, pretty much Colin. Join the Lost Mods community on Discord if you really want to play all these co-op games. They're pretty open about sharing their content. It's really amazing. So we're still playing that. We're going to be playing it after this actually as well. The last game I played. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's like I've been saying, co-op covers a world
Co-op
of hurt.
covers
Yeah.
a world of hurt.
It
Like it's
certainly
absolutely.
does.
It makes a game that's like trudgingly annoying to a game that's fun, and the annoying part's even fun. We're like, damn,
Yeah.
that was annoying, and we just laugh about it.
Right.
It's like really fun now. So really reinventing it. Also, the beginning is really slow because like I was telling them before the podcast, like you don't have much in the beginning aside from what you had from in Banjo Kazooie, which is nothing compared to what you need in Tooie to advance to the whole game.
Mhm.
You really can't even go through and get all the jiggies until you literally go to the last level and get the last move. So you pretty much plow through the game in co-op, get all the moves, and then you can backtrack and like up and down, get all the jiggies, which is crazy sounding, but like it actually is really fun. It actually is fun. It is like we were saying, it's kind of like a Metroidvania in how it works. Like you find an area, can't do anything, don't have the move, go get the move, come back, advance to the area, oh, stuck again, like et cetera, et cetera. So, but what were you gonna say?
So does that mean you're gonna try the same thought process with ukulele?
What about
Oh, God.
hey.
The one big
I
complaint
think
about
Colin
Hey,
would kill me
ukulele.
for suggesting it.
the big if we could get a co-op version of ukulele, I would actually highly consider trying to coerce Colin to do this with me. I'm not sure he'd be down. The big flaw with both games is the level design. They did not have the same level designer in Tooie or ukulele as they did in Kazooie. That beautiful donut shape with a central focal point. You get everything on the outside, you get everything in the middle, you're done with the level. It's just not the same. The levels are hodgepodges. And although some of them are good in Tooie, none in ukulele are good at all. Like crap. I hate that game. But even the first level, I was like, this is a mockery. Anyway,
What about DK64 co-op? How rad
Oh
would that be?
God. Colin's like, I have no interest. And I'm like, I would play it. The big issue
I've heard
with DK64,
really good things about. There's some people that
Yeah.
absolutely love that game. I've never played it myself.
Oh, Solo, yeah.
Solo.
I 100% it when I first got it. I played it when I was like 25, so like 5 or 6 years ago. Like 1 or 2 years ago. I'm so young. No, I'm just kidding. But I did not 100% it, and it was grueling. It was grueling, and the reason it's grueling is because of the DK or the Kong swap system. You have 5 different sets of bananas, goals, quests, different like items, so many pickups that now there's 5 times as many because you have to switch between Kongs. And the Kong barrel that you switch in is stationary in the level, and there's only so many, and you literally have to fucking go back to it like, oh, I got through this whole area as chunky. Oh shit, there's literally one bunch of bananas that's red. I need Diddy. Let me go all the way back just to get a fucking bunch of bananas.
But if you had co-op.
If you had co-op, it'd be better. If you had even more modding the DK barrel to a button or start menu, that would fix the whole game. And I've talked to the mod community about this, and it's something they're very aware of. It's just not quite there yet. Apparently, they're working on what they call puppets, which is like the 2 players are able to interact with each other. Right now, it's like breaking the game by having 2 people in it. Yeah. So like they're still fixing it.
They need the expansion pack.
They need the dude. That solves it. They're working on Wind Waker and Twilight Princess now as well, which I'm very excited about, especially Wind Waker. Yeah. Wind Waker co-op.
Oh my God, that sounds so much fun.
It sounds really incredible. But brings us to the last game that I played this week and our review.
Let me switch over. Go ahead and say it. But I'm gonna
Pokemon Snap.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch over to the review screen so you can.
Yes,
start
I too am gonna pull this thing so I can see the things. So this is a game. Let me just start off by saying I had a revelation where I was just like, should I even play this game? Is this game even going to be good at all? And then like all of a sudden I was like, Nintendo doesn't make bad games. I was just like, I go by GameStop every single day. Nintendo doesn't make bad games. They're at least good for someone, you know? So I decided I'm going to fucking get this game. I don't even care. I don't want to spoil too much before like I get into details, but I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, I fucking fell in love with the game. It's absolutely incredible. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This is definitely
his revelation happened live last week on the show.
Yeah, literally 1 week. I've only been playing this game. I don't even think I've hit 16 hours yet. And like this game has so much meat. You need a fucking steak knife. Like holy shit. I don't know how to explain it. It's not you're not playing a Pokemon game. There's Pokemon in the game. This isn't an RPG. Although it kind of is. There's like so much going on here. All right, let me just start the review.
Layers, man.
What's the title? It's actually New Pokemon Snap, developed by Nintendo, Bandai Namco, and HAL Laboratories, which are 3 amazing companies that Nintendo has always worked with and always produce amazing stuff like Kirby Crystal Shards and shit like that. Like a ton of shit that you can't even the list is long. It released on April 30th. It's only on the Switch, and it's $60 regular, and it's $50 at Walmart. New Nintendo price, yes. Lucky Zach. What did I like? What did I like about the game? All right, let's open the fucking book now. What did I like about this game? Holy shit. This game is unsuspecting as fuck. Let me just start by saying you don't even know what you're getting into. If you played the original Pokemon Snap and you were like, yeah, I had fun, then you're going to fucking love this one. Even if you slightly disliked the first one, you're like, I don't know, you're still going to fucking love this. If the concept even intrigues you at all, you're going to be like, this is the epitome. So here's what I like. The first one, it was pretty simple. You had apples you can throw or whatever. You had like pester balls, so you could like get reactions out of Pokemon. The apples are like for feeding them, right? And they get different poses when you do this, or we hit them with a ball, or like all sorts of things to get Pokemon in different scenes, right? You're basically driving on a track. It's like a track shooter with camera instead of a gun, although that'd be a hilarious mod.
Oh God, that's so dark.
I almost guarantee the first one got modded like that. It has to be. And there's the footage. And you're on this track, and you basically go through the level, and Pokemon are just kind of in nature. And it sounds like, why would I care? Like seeing their natural habitats. Like they're not just standing there though and sitting there and like, oh cool, a picture of a Pikachu, like whoop-de-doo. It's a completely alive environment. Every level is thriving. Every movement, every detail is absolutely polished. Nintendo quality polish, I'm telling you. Every Pokemon, it's not just it flies in frame and flies out. Each one has, so apparently there's different ratings on each Pokemon. Each Pokemon has 4 scales of ratings, not to mention many more poses, like, you know, like doing this, doing that, but then under like a star category of like, 4-star being the rarest photo to shoot. But even on top of that, there's different poses, different ways you can take it. There's different scoring for all of the types of pictures. So like getting a perfect score on any Pokemon is insane. Like it's absolutely insane to get a perfect score, which means replayability is very fucking high in this game. You take a shitty shot and you're like, well, I got a 4-star shot. It's really bad. I didn't even realize I was getting this shot, but like it was lucky I got it. Now I know how to do that. Now I just want to get a better version of that shot, like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's 200 plus Pokemon in this game apparently, and I've only seen like 150 or 60, and I'm beating it. So I'm like, what the fuck? There's so much to see. On top of that, it's now introduced an RPG system. This is what I mean by it's not, but it is an RPG. So for example, you'll take pictures and you'll level up your level, just that level, not your character. Your character doesn't have it has like a point score. It keeps all your points and you can see a world ranking, which is awesome. 84,000, by the way. Just rubbing it in a little in the world. But that's basically like the more you get, like when you 100% it and get really good on all your photos, you're pretty much like in the top 100 or whatever at that point. I literally forgot what I was just saying. What did I say?
We were talking about the level system.
Oh, the RPG. Yes. So basically, let's say you're on level 1. Okay. You are on level 1 and it's level 1 on level 1. So like you get all the way, you get all your points and you access level 2 in level 1. I know this is kind of confusing wording, but you level up in that level. What that does is so you get the very basic version of the level the first time around. It's kind of, it feels
Josh, you could say map instead of
map.
level.
Why am I saying, map? You're right, map. Sorry. The first map, level 1. Okay. So basically you play it and it's kind of overwhelming at first. You're like inundated with all these Pokemon in the wild. And you're like, okay, snap pictures. Oh my God, this is so much. Holy shit. There's just a lot going on. There's so many activities going on. And the Pokemon are just like full of life. Now you access level 2 because you took enough good shots. But now the map changes. You're now experiencing new Pokemon, new poses. They're doing new activities. There are new things. Now you're at level 3. Now there's even more stuff. Now not only are you at level 3, by the way, some of them max out at 3, some of them max out at 4, not to spoil, but like there are many states. That's good. Yeah. But there's ways to like stack it up. So basically like the first map, you have like 3 iterations of this map. So 3 different types of the same map. On top of that, there is now a night mode. So once you like get to a certain like stage in the map, I don't even really know how the unlocking works.
Once you get map level 2,
yeah. Then you unlock the night version, which also has 3 tiers as well and has the same gradual system. On top of that, there are now boss battles. Boss battles, to an extent, are basically one Pokemon at first. And you have to photograph them. Basically, the story is like there's this glowing effect that happens to the Pokemon. It's kind of the driving force. The story is the weakest part, but honestly, I'm fine with it. Like, it's like whatever. So the Professor Mirror, not Oak, but I'm actually fine with it. He seems neat.
He's like a nice guy.
He's like a nice guy. He's
where did he get his degree?
Apparently, there's actually one of the dialogue parts is like, I forgot he was a professor. So we called him professor before he. So I don't even think he has a degree. I think they just call him professor. Okay. Yeah. So basically the whole story is like these Pokemon glow in this Lental region. So they've introduced a new region to this game as well, which I can absolutely almost 100% guarantee will be used in a Pokemon game in the future because it's fucking awesome. Yes. Amazing landscape. Awesome. It's like several islands and shit and a giant ocean and whatnot. Very Wind Waker-y. And it's just very different than we've seen in like the Kanto and whatever. I forgot all the other names. Kanto
and Johto are the only ones I know.
I was trying to say Johto.
Galar,
I forgot. Galar is the new one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it's not like a map where it goes up and down. It's split up, and all these islands are very different. So you get all different types of landscapes in the same smack dab game. And basically, these Pokemon in this area have a weird glowing effect where like they just glow. And there's like these things called crystal blooms that like you can hit with these glowing orbs, which are the new pester balls, basically. They like Pokemon do different stuff and they're like totally triggered by this weird glowing effect. And it's awesome. So the boss fights are basically you find this giant Pokemon. It could be anyone. I'm not going to spoil anything. But you have to like photograph them with the glowing thing happening. And it's like kind of like a boss fight. And those even level up to where there's even going to be other Pokemon in the level and rare ones that you can find during the boss fight. I'm calling it a boss fight. You don't kill anything in this game or anything like that, but like,
but it's
it definitely feels like a boss fight.
It definitely feels like a boss fight where you really only are getting one photo out of these fights, but it's debatable.
Again, don't spoil it, but
I'm not
even the first one has a couple of really
there's
cool
some
bits.
caveats, but And they're actually like not the first one so much, but they're actually kind of a challenge to get them to like either glow or get the right shot or any number of things. And even the bosses have the 4-star ratings. So you really have a lot of opportunities to get just so many different shots and replay these levels. On top of that, something I really love about this game and thought I would hate, and I mentioned this before the podcast, was there's basically Nintenstagram. So Instagram, Nintendo version. Everyone gets their own profile. This sounds like the stupidest part of the game. I promise you it's not.
It's not. It's so not.
It's so addicting. Everyone gets their own profile. You can upload 6 photos at a time. I'm hoping I don't know. I don't think you can unlock more. Maybe DLC will allow you to have way more. I think that's maybe a slight negative is that you can't have more photos. Although maybe it's an oversight. So I don't even want to hold it against the game. You basically can edit these photos, upload them, and people like them. There's no disliking in this game, so it only feels good. You're like, cool, I got 100 they're called sweet medals on your photo, and they can actually trend and like become like famous photos that now everyone is seeing, and you're pretty much going to be Nintenstagram famous because of this if you take good ones.
Nintendo has just re-implemented Instagram.
They are re-implementing Instagram. You can also print these out. There are dedicated Pokemon printers, just like back in the day with Pokemon Snap. And I'm very tempted to get a few of these that I've made and really love. And some of mine I like cherish already. I'm like, this is like the best. I edited the shit out of this. I got like 300 sweet medals. Like, damn, I'm awesome. Like, it just feels so good. A part that I literally didn't play till I was at like the third. Like, I unlocked the 3rd level and I was like, this is a really good photo. I think I want to upload this one. And I was like, well, everyone else is editing them. Maybe I will. And I made it just like totally crazy and off the wall. And ever since then, I've uploaded like 30 photos. And it is very addicting. It is very fun. And the gratification and validation, whatever, it's the same as Instagram. You get a bunch of likes on it. Feels cool. Everyone gets to see it. And it's super healthy, but it doesn't feel negative because it's just Pokemon. And it's just like, this is fun. You get to see other ideas. Sometimes it's like putting shades on a Pichu. And sometimes it's like one was literally like Pichu with shades on walking away from an explosion. You can like make all these editing.
That's actually rad.
I saw that one.
It's really fun, but some of them are like off the wall like that. And some of them are as simple as just like editing the filters and whatnot and making a really good photo look even better. So it's really cool, actually. I know it sounds so fucking nerdy. And even like now, I'm like, why do I like that? It's really fun. I don't understand. It just really is. On top of that, the modifications to the game itself. So Apple is now a fluff fruit, which has a lot more purposes. You can make Pokemon like move around, which you could kind of do in the first one, like make them walk. But now you can literally make them, I don't want to spoil, but I feel like I should say it. But you can literally make them follow you for the entire level if you really want. You can get hordes of Pokemon and make them interact with each other like you could in the first one, but in much
form a Pokemon army.
Form a Pokemon army. I will say the one negative that I also don't really think is a negative because there's more Pokemon. There was like 60 Pokemon in the first one. There's 200 now, but Pokemon cannot evolve in this one. Although there are so many versions that if you're like, Squirtle, like, damn it, I really wish Blastoise was there.
So there's no moment like that was one of the cool things in the first one, like getting the Magikarp to evolve. There's none of that.
That's true. There's not any of that, but there are so many interactions between Pokemon and cool scenes that you can unlock. Like that 4th star photo is always something crazy off the wall. Like, sure, you can't make Magikarp evolve, but you can lure Pidgeot over to Magikarp so he picks him out of the water and flies away with him. It's like, what? This is so off the wall and so crazy.
So we get Pokemon murdering other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, you can't eat a Magikarp.
About it already.
Did you see the show? You can't bite into a Magikarp. The flesh is like steel. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Remember someone tries to bite him and like in Meowth, he like breaks his teeth. Something like that. I digress. I would say that's a negative, but honestly, I think it was not an oversight. And I think they purposely were like, we don't really need evolution. That just adds another complex factor. Like in the first one, there are also these like you had to like there was like natural things that looked like Pokemon, and there was like other like exit ways and shit in order to unlock levels. Like some levels so unclear how to move to the next one in the first Pokemon Snap. You're like, what? You have to like make an electrode blow up on this wall in order to even finish the level. Like if you don't figure that out, you're never passing that level, the power plant. In this one, not only do you just need to level up and take better and better photos, which is fun and natural, and you want to, and the more you do it, the more you level up, which naturally gives you more and better photos and Pokemon and stuff. But there are still secret ways and secret interactions and stuff like that, and natural things like ruins and stuff like that you can take pictures of, but they're not held against you. It doesn't feel like something that you have to do, but if you do it, you feel like you're getting Easter eggs and secrets. Absolutely nuts. So you got a scanner now as well, which kind of actually works more like the pester ball than the glowy ball things do. You get the glowy ball things will let you glow up the crystal blooms, and actually some Pokemon react to them. You got the fluff fruit, you got the Poke Flute, so you have like all these different things. And then I actually won't spoil the last thing, but there's more to this game. I will say the replayability is through the fucking roof, like through the roof. It's insane. It's insane. I never want to stop. In fact, I should be playing it right now. No, but
was before we started,
right? I literally, that's the other thing. Another huge positive is this game. Like if you're really taking your time and studying the photos while you're like giving them to the professor, it can take like 10 to 15 minutes per run, you know, to upload it. And when I first started, I was like, oh, it takes so long. Now it's like really easy. You can just like speed through, take the photos you need, upload them, maybe 5-10 minutes sometimes. On top of that, if say you just need one photo in there, like I just really need Pidgeot, just chill, wait, found Pidgeot. Okay, cool. Take my picture of Pidgeot, quit the level, and it goes straight to the professor and grades your photos right then and there. You can literally quit and get your photos graded, or just quit altogether and just like leave the level, you know what I mean? Or retry in the middle. So there are many ways to enjoy the replayability of this level. Like say I take a picture right in the beginning, but I don't want to finish the level. I'm going to take it, end the level, he'll grade that photo, and I'm done. That's all I needed, right? Yep. So very much a pick up and put down game if you really wanted to, or you can play it for 5 hours straight like I did when I first got it. And that's really good. Again, there's just so many levels in this game, like so many iterations of each level. Like as soon as I unlock like level 2 in the map, I feel like I want to go right back to it and play it to see what's new. Oh, now I'm at level 3. Like what else is new? What else has changed? Now I can unlock all these 4-star photos. It's absolutely incredible. What did I not like about this game? Okay,
not much.
Totally honest. Oh, let's back it up. Actually, 5 more seconds.
There's got to be something.
Actually, I thought of something, but I want to add one more thing to what I liked. The gyroscopic is superb. I don't know, Zach, if you've done the motion controls yet.
I did, but I was playing on the couch. And,
okay.
So here's the question: are you playing it with your controller or gyroscopic, or are you playing it with the? So the
you can do either.
Itself?
You can do gyroscopic with the controller, and that's when I first did. And I was like, okay, it's kind of nice. I turned the sensitivity all the way up, so like moves really quick. And I'm like, okay, but I'm on the couch, right? So I pretty much I did that for 10 minutes, and I turned it off. And then I had a genius idea, and I was like, what if I pick up the whole console and then turn the motion all the way up and put the gyroscopic on? So I picked the whole motherfucker up. And you can literally you're turning all around and spinning around your room and running around, and Jade's looking at me like I'm crazy. And it's so fast and precise. You're literally like, oh shit, Butterfree. Oh shit. Like it's amazing. The motion controls,
like you're literally like looking, using your Switch as a viewfinder.
Yes, and if you get off kilter slightly, you literally just use the joystick to readjust yourself. It's like there's no big deal. They're both optional at the same time. Nice. So like you can stand still and just use the controller, but as soon as you move, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta get that real quick. You can move very quickly. I recommend turning your sensitivity all the way up if you're gonna use motion. Yeah, just for that fact, but. Very fast response, and it's not like choppy. You can actually, I've gotten some of my best photos in that mode actually, where I'm just like, just because it feels like you have a steady hand. I don't know how to explain it, but huge.
Well, because it's more natural for taking pictures. Like
it's more natural, exactly.
If you're operating a camera and you're holding it like this, and that's, I mean, very similar, 90 degrees, right?
Yes. It's exactly, So this is a game that I was thinking like Switch Lite players, a must buy if you have a Switch Lite. This is absolutely the best gyroscopics I've ever seen. Best gyroscopics I've experienced. I mean, Breath of the Wild had pretty good ones, and something else I can't remember now. That's pretty much it. That's a praise on Breath of the Wild. Very good gyroscopic controls, but Pokemon Snap blows it out of the water. I will say something that I really like about this game is that it's so unique. It's such a different game, and it's not something you can say like, "What kind of game is it, bro?" Like. I don't fucking know.
It's a Pokemon Snap-like.
It's a Pokemon Snap-like. That's the thing. There's only 2 games like this that exist. And on top of that, it is so chill. I deem it the Animal Crossing of 2021.
I mean, you did say it was like a rails shooter, so you could say like House of the Dead.
It's like House of the Dead. Seriously, I'm expecting mods to come out where you're just blowing their heads off and shit. Oh, God. And I know, that'd be terrible.
Fatal Frame. Adam brought up Fatal Frame in the chat.
Fatal Frame. That's a go, but just so interesting, alive, changing. There's not repetition, and I've heard YouTubers say like grinding, repetition, and I'm like, I see it more as leveling up. I see it more as unlocking more as I go. I in no way found the grindiness to be an issue at all. I was
so concerned. To me, it sounds like just replayability.
Am I about to play the grindiest game in the world?
Which is the problem they had to solve. Because that's
Yes.
the thing. Like,
Yes.
Pokemon Snap, the original, to me, had zero replayability.
Complete
Zero.
no.
Yep.
I streamed
And
in 2
so-
hours.
Right. And so,
The
like,
whole thing.
yeah, exactly. So there wasn't any like reason for me to do that. So like to solve that problem, to get the people like me who don't have any reason to play the original ever again to
Yeah.
want to play this game,
Yep.
adding in something like that gives you replayability is a must.
Yep.
Massive replayability. And you could be like, oh, I gotta play the same level again. I don't see anyone doing that. I see them being like, this is an awesome opportunity to get better photos and see new Pokemon. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm at level 2 on this map. Even better. Now I can get even better photos. Okay, I thought of something negative. It's not even really negative, dude. Like, I could say some people would say the grindiness is a negative, but I don't think that's really a thing. The music is kind of my least favorite part of the game.
It's
not
extremely forgettable.
It's very forgettable is the word. Not bad by any means. It's fine. It's very chill. You know, you can play this game with one fucking hand, basically, if you're on gyroscope and just like eat a sandwich and chill, and the music's fine. It doesn't interrupt your life or anything. You know,
Right.
if you're on a headset, it's not gonna like feel like anything crazy. But like, it is definitely more of a sound-based game. That the sound is better, I would say, than the music is. So
Mhm.
although the music, I would give a lower grade, the sound design is phenomenal. Where each
So
Pokemon has an
good.
insane amount. Yeah, an insane amount of
And
sounds.
it's not just the Pokemon just saying their names anymore.
No,
They're
don't even hear
actually
that now,
making
yeah.
animal noises.
They're actually making animal noises and being like in their environment. This feels like very much like natural. Like Pikachu really lives on that beach. Like holy shit. Sound design flawless, very good. How long did it take me? It's actually short. I will say the game is about 15 hours if you really want to get through it all. The real game, this is probably going to take me about 50 hours, 60 hours, I would say, to get everything and all the star ratings. And I'm fully embracing that. There's also a lot of achievements, that
There's
give
so
you,
many.
who knows what they give you. I don't even fucking know anymore. So there's so much shit. It's absolutely crazy. So much shit you can do. And on top, it's online to an extent where you can kind of interact with each other and each other's photos to kind of give you more inspiration. On top of that, the professor gives you like secret hints that I don't really use all the time. But if you're wondering how to get like, I don't know how to get this 4-star rating on I can't even think of a Pokemon's name, Pikachu, fuck it. He'll give you a hint eventually, like you eventually unlock them gradually. And it'll be like, I wonder if you do this, what would happen? And you're like, that's the thing I have to do. And so it's very nice. It doesn't hold your hand at all, but it also does give you hints eventually. So that's really nice. It definitely doesn't hold your hand at all, though. This game is very good about that. There's a small tutorial in the beginning, and that's it. Let's see. Was the game difficult? There is no difficulty in this game at all.
No.
At the same time, it is, I don't want to use the word challenge, but it is kind of a self-proclaimed challenge to get the best photo you can. Like, it's not really difficult. Eventually you become very good at aiming and you're just like, what?
Well, I'm reacting to Adam's question in the chat.
What did he say?
He said, how easy for a kid would it be?
I'm not
To
going to lie.
play
You're going to
the
buy this?
game,
Very.
they would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
To be successful at the game,
Yeah.
that's another question.
The rating system becomes more of an adult thing. Like I see you buying
Yeah.
this for your daughter and literally playing it yourself because you get the grading and you understand like, oh, he wasn't facing the right way. Oh, the background wasn't. Background is a thing. That's the thing. The scale has more point options than it did in the original. Background, other Pokemon, like other stuff like that. It used to be if other Pokemon were in the background, it had to be the same type to count it for more points. Now anything can be in the background and it counts for more points. There's really so many improvements. I will say it is an E-rated game and it is user-friendly for children. But again, like Zach said, they're going to be stumbling. It's going to be like a 100-hour game for them if they really want to like grind it out like we do. So for that, I would say play with her. And then let's see. No difficulty at all. But again, there is like a challenge aspect,
This
just like
does
how
seem
Mario
like
Odyssey.
the perfect game to play with your kid. If you
Oh
guys
yeah,
like it.
I definitely will be bringing it over to my
Me and
sisters
Jade
play
love
with
it.
The 6-year-old niece. Like,
Yeah. I could see this also getting a lot of DLC. I see this as a massive map that has a few dots on it, but not nearly enough dots that there couldn't be more added. And these levels are pretty easy to design, I would assume. They're gorgeous. I forgot to mention the graphics are beautiful.
Would come in though is
Yeah.
like the level of detail. Every leaf, every twig, every
Everything.
tree stump is just immaculately rendered.
And again, every Pokemon has their 4 stars and multiple poses beyond that, and actual lifelike movements to where you like feel like, you know, you would get off screen and things disappear behind you in the old days. I feel like these Pokemon are in the level the whole time, like living their lives. Like it really feels so immersive. So I can imagine it being difficult to make another level, but I also see it as a high possibility. I don't know if co-op would ever be a thing, but like, one at a time. Let's not get carried away. We already have basically 20 levels.
Without spoiling the plot, they did kind of tease co-op.
Oh, what?
Think about some of the dialogue. Think about some of the dialogue between when I guess we could say it, Todd. When Todd shows up with his little protege.
The guy from the first one, by the way.
Yeah,
you have a Gary in this game. You have a Gary.
Yeah,
as well.
Yes. You have a Gary, and then you have the girl who's just constantly jealous of you.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole crew of people who you can literally turn off their dialogue completely when you're in levels, or you can keep it on, and it's actually kind of fun. I keep it on personally because I like to see. And so you actually have a cast of characters that feel alive. There is voice acting as well, which I actually really love. I really like it, and I think that they should do it in future Pokemon games.
I agree.
Would I play a sequel? Let's not get carried away. Of course, I would play a sequel. After this, I would absolutely play a sequel. I want DLC more than that, though.
I do too.
Overall rating and impression. Dude, I'm not even going to fucking lie to you. This game is a 9.9. This is a 9.9.
Yeah.
Let me pause you there.
I can't think of anything.
Let's pump the brakes. Brakes.
Aside from this being a game that's hard to describe, and you're not like, oh, what kind of game is it? Like, I don't know if I'm into that, this and that. Taking what it is, taking what this game is intending to be, and what it is
that's
telling
saying
you
that
it
if
is,
you played the next Pokemon Snap and it was better than this, you have to give it a 10. Like
standalone scale.
Is it?
Well, might be different.
How many years has it been between Pokemon Snaps?
I don't know. I'm just saying, but or just another game. That's like saying, like you play another game that you enjoy more than this. How are you going to give it a better score than that?
It's like saying two Mario games can't be 10s. Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, in my opinion, are both 10s. I don't
disagree. I'm just saying, like, how do you we have to have some kind of a standard. You know, like what's the deduction? If this was gymnastics or diving or ice skating, the deduction you gave it for the music, right? The music not good.
Literally
right?
0.1.
So is that a full point deduction? Is that a 5/10 deduction?
It's not even enough to hurt the game, in my opinion. Like I'll maybe give it a 9.8. If we really want to be nitpicky here, a 9.8 solely because of the music not being absolutely phenomenal. And again, this in no way hurts the game at all. 9.95, he said. That sounds better. This doesn't hurt the game. Like I never play it and I'm like, oh, this annoying music. No, the music is good. It doesn't hold you back and it doesn't distract you. It also doesn't blow you away. But I don't think that's like necessarily like if I was grading a TV show, like I don't even pay attention to the music half the time on shows. You know, so like it feels more like an interactive show almost, where like I'm okay that the music is like whatever on there, but literally everything else they were going for in this game hits the fucking mark. It hits it. It's not sloppy. Like when I first started playing it, I was like, I don't even know what to expect. It's Pokemon Snap, okay. And then a few hours in, I was like, this is phenomenal. Like I totally understand their vision. It is totally realized in what they're trying to achieve here. And for that fact, I think it should get that high of a score solely because they absolutely achieved, and I agree with what they were going for. So, like, sure, I could I could be like, there's no running around, there's no platforming, but it's not that kind of game. So I feel like what they were going for, a Pokemon Snap they absolutely hit it out of the park. This game is a buy.
They're going for a House of the Dead.
Buy. I would say $60 is slightly high for the amount of content. But at the same time, I also think it's 100% worth it. I think that you might be hesitant, $60. Okay, is it worth it or not? I will say I've only played 15 hours, and I could stop here. I could have stopped 5 hours ago and been perfectly happy with the amount of money I spent. I think this is absolutely a buy.
I have it at a 9.4 personally, but
you'll get there.
Exactly the same reason. Like, yeah, first of all, I've only been playing it for a couple of hours, but also like it's, you know, there is some aspect of grind to it.
There is.
And it depends on how you approach it. Josh and I are both, you know, fully in hook, line, and sinker.
Oh yeah,
and enjoying the crap out of it. But you know, that is a barrier to buying it, and that's why I graded a little bit lower.
I will say, if you are like a streamer or you're speedrunning this game, this isn't This is not a game you can speed run.
Oh, this is not good
This is
streaming content for
not
that.
streaming content either because it is so chill. This is like an Animal Crossing.
See, I think
where
this
you
could
want
be
to
great
relax.
streaming content if you want to have a chill stream where you can
Exactly.
easily
Let's
interact.
chat.
Right.
Yeah. Because you spend 5 to 7 minutes in a level or in a map, and then you come out and you spend all the time organizing your photos. You can shoot the shit and be like, let's edit photos now and stuff. So much of the game happens outside of the map that's just like feels so full and rich.
They really beefed up that, like,
really
instead of just doing the map, getting Oaks grade and going back into the map, there is so much other things, so many other things you can do. And they understood what we needed out of it. And they just turned that dial as hard as hard to the right as they could.
So I will say, if you have even considered 11, okay, new rating. No, I'm just kidding. So if you had even considered, if you had even said yes or no to getting this game, fucking buy it. This game will not disappoint you. Worst case, just fucking sell it back for $40 or $30 2 weeks later. You'll
or
at least
find,
get, or sell it online.
10 to 15-year-old kid and just hand them the game. Because
just hand them the game and say, enjoy your life. It's going to be the best game you played in a long time. I will say, this is a game with COVID still going on. Again, this is why I call it Animal Crossing of 2021. A beautiful, chill, like game where you can play by yourself. Co-op would make it even more beautiful. Local, online, any of that.
I don't even know how you would do a game like this co-op.
Side-by-side rails.
Side-by-side rails, yeah. You got two cameras pointing in either direction. It'd be so dope.
It'd be so dope. Oh my God. I want that.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so if that ever happens, you can guarantee Josh and I will be playing that together.
Absolutely, we will be playing that constantly. I will never stop. But it's already a game that I am already expecting 100%. I'm very excited about how much daunting content there is because I'm like, I want it. I want it all. And again, the grindiness, I can see some people being like, oh, I had to play this level 50 times. Like, I want to do that. I want to perfect each shot. And it's something that I'm going for. So for some people, that will be annoying. For some people, that will be amazing, like for me and Zach. And that is a personal thing. But it in no way is as grindy as beating the same fucking Pokemon over and over again to level up like in the original games. That's not, I wouldn't even use the word grind, except for lack of a better word. Like playing the same levels, replayability is really the word. Like, because it just gives you so much new stuff. Literally, you could take a picture of Pidgeot. I never even saw this pose before. Wow. And Professor Mirror recognizes that, and he scores you accordingly. He's not like, oh, this is some bullshit.
He'll even break in during the level and say, hey, you've never caught that pose before. Nice job.
On top of, along with what Zach's saying, another thing I really love is that when you take a really, really good shot, it won't grade it right away, but the border of the shot will glow. So every shot you take goes into the bottom left corner and then kind of like disappears. If you take a really good shot, it'll glow, and someone will be like, whoa, that was an awesome pose, or like something like that. And so it kind of gives you validation that like that was the pose you were looking for, or like that was something new. So it's constantly reinforcing you and just encouraging you to explore. I know this was literally like a 35-minute review or more.
This is, I think, our longest review that we've done, which is hilarious.
Well, it's also two of us gushing about it.
Like, I couldn't gush about it enough. I really, if this had classic Pokemon soundtrack with amazing whatever, but like it's not ambiance. It needs the ambiance. Then I would have given it a 10. No joke. But I think it's fine. In fact, it's almost not even worth taking 0.2 off because of the soundtrack, because again, it doesn't hold it back. I would buy it. And I did.
Same.
Cool. A week ago, I was unsure if this was even going to happen. And now, a week later, not even a week, I've only had it for 6 days.
Yeah.
I literally fucking love it.
Excellent. Is that the review?
Anyway, that was the review. We did it, guys.
Excellent. Woo! All right. Switching back to our main screen here.
All right, 5 minutes. Go a little late.
There we go. Yeah, we started a little late, too. So I think
that's true.
We got time for the topic. It's fine.
That does bring us really nicely into the main topic, because
that's true. Yes.
We were both looking for... I mean, I'll be honest. Me personally, it was a long week. It was a really long week. And at the end of the week, I was like, we got to yesterday, and my mother-in-law was visiting, which is great. I love it when my mother-in-law visits, because she gets to sort of get out of her own way. She does so much for our family and for my wife's family. But like, I just was like, I need to play games before. Because they were watching TV. They were watching a show that I didn't care about. And I was like, I'm just going to go play games now.
Yeah.
I spent a good 45 minutes just perusing my Steam library and my just tower of Switch games. I'm like, I don't want to play any of these because they're going to stress me out.
Exactly. And it's a daunting task or something like in all those games.
Right. And what I ended up doing, and the reason I ended up just firing up, what I ended up doing was firing up Arkham City, not on stream, and just staring at it. I'm like,
I've done
because,
that.
like,
I've done that.
I've done that
well,
too.
if I'm going to play Arkham City, the mindset that I'm in right now is I'm going to stream this game.
Yeah,
But I was going to go live with painting in 45 minutes. I don't have time to do that.
totally threw you through a loop.
It did, and I'm just like,
I don't even want
now
this.
what?
I don't even want this right now.
But like I was frustrated with the world enough that I wanted to punch something, which happens to me from time to time. And then I remembered, wait a minute, Batman has the just arena brawl mode where they just throw a bunch of guys at you and you just punch the snot out of them. And there's no point to it. It's just, you're just in a warehouse somewhere punching dudes. I'm like, that is very chill. I could do that for 45 minutes.
That's something you can do in every Way of the Samurai game too. There's a secret area where you can fight 100 samurai.
That's awesome.
And like if you beat all 100 of them without dying, something special happens in every one. But it's a Easter egg in every one of the Way of the Samurai games.
Yeah,
you just go fight 100 people in a row.
Easy.
Yeah.
And it's tough to find, especially these days, because I think game developers are out to they're out to create a challenge. Well, yeah, kind of. They're out to create a challenge, and they want you to be able to get the best bang for buck. And I think the concept of a chill game kind of gets lost. You have things like Animal Crossing, but Paul and I have equivocated that on several occasions to Homeowners Association, the simulator.
Sounds.
And if you want to hear grind, Animal Crossing is a grindy game.
Can I pause this real quick? Did we say what the topic is?
Oh, I don't even think we said what the topic was.
Let's say what the topic is before we go any further.
Chill gaming.
Yeah, so the topic is this. When you just want to relax and chill, what games do you gravitate towards?
And why?
That's the topic. Just so everyone knows where we're going with all this. Continue.
Yeah, so it takes a lot to find a game these days that is even remotely plausible to find even a corner of a game, I should say, to chill for 45 minutes. I played a lot of 30XX this week. That game is not chill.
No. That's intense sounding.
It's sweaty. It's sweaty. Yeah.
That's sweaty.
Cyber Shadow is the same thing. Like I love Cyber Shadow. It's great, but I'm at a point where I have to focus on it.
Yeah.
And I have to exert a lot of energy.
Yeah. Even Mario games get intense. There's so much like that where you're like, oh, I can't believe I did that, type scenarios.
Right. And you can play a Super Mario Odyssey and be pretty chill about it. You can get through the entire story of that game and be like, oh yeah, that was super
barely
relaxing.
Lift a finger. Yeah.
Right. But as soon as you start grinding for extra moons, you're like, oh my God. That's either precision platforming or a really specific use of Cappy or something like that. Adam in chat mentions Binding of Isaac or Hades to chill. No, that's instant regret.
Hades sounds very stressful.
Hades does not sound fun to stream.
Like a chill game.
And I've made that mistake so many times. I'll sit down on my computer. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a run of Hades. 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do this for?
What have I fucking done?
I guess so. The one thing, the caveat to that I would say is because Hades doesn't really force you to feel like you need to beat the game to have fun. Part of the experience of Hades is starting over, right? Yeah. You can do a couple runs and not really care that much, and just be fairly chill. Something for me this week, I've been, like I said, playing a lot of Game Boy Advance games because I modded mine and it's just been really fun to relive some of the stuff. Now I started out my week playing a lot of Mega Man 02, which is not really a relaxing game. That game's very hard.
It's not at all.
So it's difficult for me to relax while playing it, which is why I ended up actually switching over to Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, which is not an easy game, but you can play that game at your leisure very easily. I can just wander around the castle, doing things, leveling up or just exploring, and not feel like I have to sweat my ass off to beat this next boss, So that's been really cool. Adam brings up Link's Awakening and Chrono Trigger in the chat. I do think RPGs and like Zelda games are very chill games. One of my favorite games to relax with would be Link's Awakening, or even Minish Cap, the game I pulled up earlier on.
I'm even gonna give it to Breath of the Wild on this one.
Yeah,
because I think it's very chill. Some of my most chill moments in gaming were first playthrough, let me specify, of Breath of the Wild, just like observing this amazing landscape. Just like breaths of fresh air and very calm.
Well, do you think that's what some of the draw to something like Skyrim is?
Oh, I wonder. Where it's just like endless. You can just enjoy all of it.
Where you can go and just live in that world and not necessarily have to worry about anything. You can just go and like you have the option. If you want a challenge, you can go encounter something very challenging.
Yeah.
But you could opt to not do that, and there's still tons of other content in the game to experience. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I think that's true.
And it's so difficult to, especially when you're playing something bigger. Like we're playing Outriders right now. Sort of. We haven't played it in a little while, but and my character's back. Sorry,
we had a busy couple weeks. I'd love to hop back in there.
Me too. And especially with my character back.
Right.
That is similar. Like we can chill with each other, but Outriders is such a poor game to play solo.
Yeah.
That you
Banjo Tooie.
Yeah, you just it's not chill.
You just
at
don't
all.
want to.
Yeah. You don't want
it's
to.
Crazy how adding a second player
don't
can
want to
change the game. I will say co-op gaming in general is just like a nice chill thing. Also, like just hang out with your homies, no stress or caring. Smash Bros. Even as intense and awesome as it gets, you're just like, hey, we're just fucking around. This is so fun. Like,
yeah. But again, trying to coordinate, and Paul, you know what I'm talking about here. Trying to coordinate a group of people is an absolute nightmare, and that is stressful in and of itself.
It is.
We
can play Mario.
This might be premature to announce this because this definitely is not a for sure thing. But
are we about to get like?
What's about to happen?
Nothing
I don't know.
Crazy. Calm down.
Well, then why are you building it up?
What's happening?
I'm not building anything up. Pump the brakes.
Is that a toothbrush?
This is two screwdrivers that I'm holding. So you were talking about co-op gaming and scheduling things, and I've had some fun experiences in the last couple of weeks. Adam and I decided that if we can make it happen, and again, this is no guarantee, so like don't quote me on this, but if we can make it happen, we may start a streaming segment during the week, once a week, maybe once every other week, depending, whatever we can work out, called Brawler Bros, where the two of us play brawlers together on stream. So we hope we can make this happen.
That sounds awesome.
It is not a promise. Don't quote us
Brawler
on this,
Bros.
but maybe that would be because that is something, speaking of relaxing and hanging out with friends, that was kind of like, for sure, high school, early college kind of years, hanging out with my friends. That's what we would do, is like hang out in someone's basement and play brawlers together, so.
Well, you and I, Paul, had also talked about playing dumb games that we have no business playing.
Yeah.
Which could be really fun too.
That. Yeah.
So, we'll see how some of these things.
But if we're really talking about the epitome of chill gaming, guys, look no further than my review. Pokemon
for
Snap
real. Like,
is
oh my god, it's chill.
Chill, like you fucking shoot up morphine and then just pick up the controller and just like, like
you heard it here first.
Do we have a disclaimer that we can put at the bottom? This is difficult. Podcast does not condone.
It's such a different feeling than an adrenaline rush. It's like you get that adrenaline rush from some games, and you get that like, I'm just enjoying myself vibe from other games. Like I really liked Pokemon. Hey, what is it? Hey there, Eevee and Pikachu. The remix of Yellow version. Yeah. Because you can play that with one hand with the thing, and you're just like,
you literally can with the Pokeball. You literally play it with one hand. Yeah, that is actually very fun.
So that was really fun. That was, I would put that in the category. But I'm telling you, Pokemon Snap, if you have been stressed out by gaming at all and need something for yourself, some self-care and self-love, fucking perfect.
That's exactly what it is. It's self-care. It's self-care.
Self-care. I don't know how to do. There's no
Pokemon
real
is self-care.
Logical explanation. Paul, you obviously need to play this. I think you're
you
sold.
absolutely have to.
What
dude.
the hell does that mean?
I think you're sold now. Right? You're sold.
No, I
We've
think you
done our
just told
job.
me I need therapy.
What? Did I say that? No. I'm
You're
just saying
like,
it's like
this
it's
game
as
is
good as-
self-care. Paul needs it.
No, but it's one of those that like Zach was saying, you're looking through your library and was like, oh, this game, but I don't want to do that part. Oh, this game, but it's going to be grindy. Oh, this game because I don't want to do it because of that. You just
I'm
stare
stuck
at a
on
blank
this
screen.
thing.
Yeah, just
you know,
play
this is going to take
and
forever to
let it go.
load. This is going to be
Yeah.
too stressful.
That's
This is the one.
hilarious.
This is not.
Just play
This
one
is
level.
not
Just
any of
play
those
one
things.
map on Pokemon, and you're like, that was great, and it's just fun. It's so fun.
It's well, I mean, games used to be fun.
They really
You
did.
know, and
Just nailed it.
they did.
That feeling is back.
Well, it's because
Oh, that's so funny that you say that.
Games
well,
used to be fun.
it's because they've been pushed so
I do
far
lots of
into
drugs, Lord Yeshua 2021. What the fuck?
well, now you've said it.
Oh, damn it. That is now a real quote. Fuck. Oh, shit.
What do you mean by games used to be fun? I want to hear this.
So, like,
I know what
when
you
we
mean.
were kids, right? We saw games as pure entertainment.
Yes.
Now, you know, they're more intense
categories.
Than that.
There's more
so
categories.
many more to choose from.
Yeah.
Developers are constantly warring with each other. Not like seriously, but like there's constantly a different sort of back and forth head bashing between developers and companies.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you feel pressured. I said at the very beginning of the show that you know, I might be switching sides from Xbox to PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty indicative of it right there.
Yeah, where you're just like, oh, this is the type of game that I play now.
Right.
Like, and overthinking creation of games is like such a big thing now, where like you'll see such a basic concept and it's just like blown to infinity. And you're like, this game is almost too much. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. The graphics are like over realistic and there's too many features and this part's grinding and this and all that stuff. But like, just tone it down a notch. Like Banjo Kazooie, Super Mario 64, just give us a basic concept, give us the rules, and tell us to have fun and do whatever we want. It's like not so much that anymore. I get that. There are very few games that slip between this.
So
crack,
let me.
we're not saying games are bad. We're not saying games are more funneled into specific
Let me see if I can
categories.
translate what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
When you were young, you didn't matter what game it was. In your mind, a video game itself was purely like just joy. It was just pure joy.
That is exactly what I mean.
As an adult, because you have, you know, the burden of, you know, like real life responsibility and time management and other things, you know, choosing a game is a risk because you might pick a game that doesn't give you maximum enjoyment for your time. Right.
Exactly.
And what you're saying is that that's not something you should be concerned about with Pokemon Snap. This game is pure joy.
Pure joy.
Did I hit the mark with what you guys were trying to say?
In a jar.
I think Adam put it exactly right in the chat. We are now ponying up the money here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. We're the ones. Yeah, exactly.
So when I was playing a game at like the after school program when I was in 3rd grade, which would be Super Mario World. I remember it well.
Flawless.
That game was pure fun because somebody else bought it for me. You know, somebody else bought it, and I was decent enough at it that I could keep a run rolling for, you know, an hour or so, and then finally get yelled at to hand the controller to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But now, you know, now I'm in charge of that purchasing myself.
Yeah.
And if
now
I've bought a game,
right.
If I've invested in a game that is not pure fun, then it hurts. Yeah. And I still want to get through it.
I hate that. Buying a game that sucks. It's the worst. So like I just spent $60 on this. It wasn't what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like all this stuff. Again, games are so like niche now. That's like games used to be more broad and you could do so many things in them. It's hard for me to grasp like examples of this. But like now it's like so niche. Like Ghost of Tsushima, amazing game, but like it's very specific what you're doing in there. So if you like shooters, you're gonna hate this game because it's not a shooter. It doesn't have other things.
If you
in
like
it.
Zelda games and you're disappointed with Breath of the Wild, maybe play Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Well, I don't want anyone that's disappointed with Breath of the Wild. What are you talking about? I don't know a podcast dedicated to that subject. But all I'm saying is another reason Pokemon Snap is so good is, and like Zach was just saying, it's just such a rare thing to find a game that is purely joyful, purely I can pick it up, play it. There's no pressure whatsoever, and I feel really good about playing it. I put it down. There's no adrenaline boost where you're like, this is so intense. Like this challenge aspect. It's just so fun and easy. And it's almost like turning on your favorite show, and you're like, I'm back. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back. It's like that, but in game form. And
that is exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
I've been rewatching Scrubs lately.
Oh, I gotta do that.
Exactly the same feeling.
For some Scrubs.
Oh, dude, you got to listen to that podcast.
Dude, you know what's funny is like someone talked my wife into finally watching Grey's Anatomy. It was not me.
Yeah, okay.
And no, trust me.
You heard it here.
I like doctor dramas. Grey's Anatomy is not one that I enjoy.
Doctor Strange is as weird as it gets for me. It's the only doctor drama.
But we're she's like watching that first episode, and like the thought that kept going through my head was, God, I wish I was watching Scrubs.
Yeah,
that's
Scrubs is a serious show, but also the most fun, and it makes you just always think of you and your best friend in that show. You're like, you're always JD and your best friend's always Turk. I know so many people that relate to this show in that way. You're just like, what a good. I'm definitely gonna rewatch that now that you said that.
It's so good.
I've watched it front to back like
House,
4 times.
Blink brought up House. House is maybe my favorite show ever. House is, I think, a damn near perfect television show. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that actually sums up everything pretty well, and
chill gaming is good.
Yeah, chill gaming's good. And that also, kind of like caps off, the game review as well,
yes.
It's very, I think, important to have games that you can just relax with. And the
I will say it's so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, you're like, what kind of game? Like, what am I getting out of it? Like when I first played Animal Crossing, it was like, what do you do though? And it's fine to not have anything to do. Like, do you like it? Are you enjoying it? You having fun planting trees? Fuck it. Who gives a fuck then? Like, literally, you having fun taking thousands of pictures of Pikachu? Cool. Just do it, bro. It's fine.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. It's so fine. No judgment.
And sometimes you do need to hop into an arena and punch a bunch of bad guys in the face.
Seriously. Yeah. And that's totally cool too.
100 Samurai.
Or speed run like this perfectly. Like maybe that, but different,
Yeah. But that's not my definition of chill.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
Adam brought up Stardew. The old like not the new ones, but the old Harvest Moon games were super chill. Those were so much fun. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this has been This Is Difficult podcast. I think we had a really awesome show tonight.
This is a really good one. Sorry, I took up 90% of it.
No, dude, that's fine. That's awesome. That's probably our longest review ever. It was really good. If you're watching the show tonight on the Twitch, you're on my channel. Yeah, I blanked for a second. If you're watching on Twitch, you're on my channel. I stream on Tuesdays and Wednesday evenings. Right now, I'm playing Returnal. I just started it, so we'll probably have a good run of that. On Saturdays, I always play a samurai game. It's Samurai Saturday, so join me for that. And then obviously here Sunday nights we do the podcast. If you want to, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please share it, like and comment and all that stuff. We'll interact with you, but sharing is definitely the most important thing for us right now. So please do that if you enjoy us. And then if you want to yell at me for any reason, Ryugami-sama at Ryugami-sama on Twitter. Yeah, what else do you do on Twitter? Like, have you ever been on Twitter?
That's pretty much what Twitter is just people yelling at each other now.
What people are just doing. So if you want to be angry with me, I'm on Twitter. Okay. Otherwise, check out the Discord. It's in the chat as well. Yep. Josh, where can we find you, my guy?
Find me in 12 seconds on Lord Yeshua and Lord Yeshua TTV on all my socials. Literally streaming Banjo Tooie as soon as this podcast is done. Raid me, by the way.
If you're live right now, I can raid you.
Yeah, Colin was like, "Where are you?" Colin's in the chat. Where is this guy? But it's okay. I was just setting it up. But yes, back to streaming. Lots of retro, lots of co-op with 4Gs if you want to check that out. Maybe I will stream some Pokemon Snap at some point. And definitely, it is a personal thing right now, though, where I just want to enjoy it. So, but come hang out, Zach. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, your
Yes,
socials.
me. Hi. Yes, I'm still thinking about Pokemon Snap.
I know, I can't stop.
So good. So I'm on Twitter at DENONCZD. YouTube is Another Letdown youtube.com/Another Letdown CF. And I'm live on Twitch at Another Letdown. I'll be live Thursday for Gears of War or Gears Tactics. Friday for Tabletop Simulator. We're going to be playing Mansions of Madness starting this week. Can't wait. It's going to be very exciting. And then on Saturdays, in the very late parts of the evening, Adam and our friend Mike and I paint miniatures. And that's been a lot of fun. It's been great to have Adam back on that show the last couple of weeks.
All right. Thanks once again. Everyone have an awesome night. Stick around. We're going to raid Lord Yeshua.
Woo!
And
Hang out, guys.
yeah, we will see you. Catch you on the flip side.
See
Good
ya.
night. Yeah, raid should be
Best
going out.
podcast ever.
And can we
Pretty good
skip
one.
to 5, 4, 3,
Okay.
2, 1, and goodbye.
Woohoo!